Hello and welcome to my latest What Sold video. This is for the 7-day period of March 26th through April 1st. My name is Trisha. Welcome. I am a eBay, Poshmark, and Thredup reseller. I do clothing and hard goods and a lot of vintage goods. My store name is Sandy and Otto. And let's get into the items, and I'll describe kind of what sold, what the price was, where I got it. I pretty much averaged, yearly average my cost of goods to $2.25. That just makes it easier to calculate everything if I just kind of do the annualized oh gosh, what am I trying to think of? The annualized cost, and then kind of divide it out per item. So it comes out to about $2.25, $2.26, but $2.25 is easier to work with. So on, let's see, I sold 9 on eBay, 5 on Poshmark, and then 3 on Thredup. And I don't count my Thredup sales until I've actually been paid for them. And so I'll describe that a little more when we get to the Thredup items. But first up is this Zenergy by Chico's tank top. I did pick this up at Goodwill. This was a size 0. And on this one, I did, I think I sent out an offer on this one to likers, and I got an acceptance for $14.99, and the buyer pays shipping on all of my items. I do not do free shipping any longer, so the buyers pay shipping on everything. And yeah, so again, pick this up at Goodwill. Next up, this pair of pants, I received these from someone who did not need them. They did have some condition issues. There's one of the small, not really a hole, but just a wear in the fabric. There were 2 of these, and I did take pictures and I did describe them and I did put flawed. And I put these up for auction. Started at $3.99, figuring someone who had better sewing talents than I did could take these and definitely make them wearable again. They were a fantastic pair of pants, and so I was hoping that someone would either, get them or somehow use the parts of it for something. So I was happy to let those go for a low price. Next up is this Bailey blue dress. This was a V-neck. It had a higher empire waist on it. Just a nice basic dress, and I was running an 18% off sale at the time, but on this one I did end up accepting an offer of $9. For this one. I've had this for quite a while and was happy to find a new home for this. And oh, also I want to mention on all of my eBay items that I do also have a 2% promo on all of them, and I will mention I do have a couple sales later on that actually did sell through the promoted listing. This was not one of them though. This was just an unframed print, but really cute. I picked this up at Goodwill. I pick up a whole bunch of art every chance I get when I go through Goodwill or any of the other thrift stores or yard sales. I always look at the art. It's very subjective to what people like. However, I have been having great sales with art. I do have a couple videos of what art I have, some of the art that I have, and why I chose it and what things that I look for with it. This one was nice. It was an original from the artist. Just a really cute print. And this one, I did send out an offer to likers, so it was sold for $11.29. And these I also picked up at Goodwill. These were new with tag. They're Terra and Sky, um, just a cropped pair of pants, size 22. And I did end up accepting a best offer on these. I'm trying to find it on my sheet. There we go, $8 best offer. Shipping was a little higher because they were actually over a pound to ship these. And next up were a pair of prints. These were framed. These were small prints, both of these here. Jody Bergsma, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing her last name correctly, but I am in Western Washington, just north of Seattle. And Jody is an artist in Bellingham, Washington, up by the Canadian border. Very popular in this area. Her prints are, as you can tell, really cute. They all have these cute little sayings that go with them. They're still very, very desirable because they are just adorable. A lot of these were done in the 80s and 90s. And these both had frames with them, but they were small prints, more along the, I want to say the frames were probably like 6x9, 5x8 type inch frames, but they both had their little custom frames with them. And this one was actually very personalized. It's, you know, to carry on her birthday. But that didn't deter me because the print design was really cute. And so these I sold together. They both sold for the $14.99. At this time, I had raised my sale to 25% to go through the weekend. I believe my sale ran through April 1st. So I did purchase these together. Interestingly, one sold just from the listing, and the other one did sell through the promoted listing. So however she ended up going through that search, but you know, it worked. She found both of the ones that she liked, and so that was great. So they are off to a good home. I'm sure that that she's going to really enjoy those two prints. Next up is this Stetson hand-painted bowl on this really nice mid-century modern pastel leaves design. Here's the mark on the bottom. I can't get, there we go. There's the mark on the bottom on that, but just a really nice bowl. This did sell for $14.99, and actually I had listed this in the evening, and by morning it had sold. Very, very fast sale on that one. Because again, very desirable mid-century modern design on that, and it was in good shape. It did have a few marks. It obviously had been used, and so there were a few. Can't really see them in the picture too much, but there was a little scratchish kind of marks on them. Nothing too great. And the last eBay item I have here is this tank top and shorts set. And I did accept a best offer of $15 for this. And yeah, that picked this up again at Goodwill. So it was 2 items for one price. Really cute dragonfly print on this one. And so that's it for eBay, for the 9 eBay sales. Then on to Poshmark, where I do have pretty much all of my items. I want to say probably 95% of my items. I do cross-list. I set them up on eBay first, and then I cross-list them on Poshmark. I sell, as you can see, I sell the prints, I sell hard goods, I sell all that stuff. I get a lot of interest in them on Poshmark, lots of likes on them. So people are looking for this stuff on Poshmark. So if you have the opportunity to go ahead and I encourage you to cross-list these items. I did sell 2 prints to one person. So this was sold in a bundle. This print, and you can see it did come in a frame. And it was this really cute, it was titled Birthday for Sarah, but it's just this really nice Victorian style house and a little pasture. And I do put the measurements of the frame and the print size on there that you can see, so people get a better idea of the dimensions of it. And I do take pictures of the frame and the back and any special detailing on it. And what else? And that's just another shot of the back there. And so this was one of the prints sold to the same person who bought, and then they bought this print also, which is a very fun kind of, I guess, like 1950s Americana, children in a parade. This was very neat because it had kind of a depth 3D appearance to it, and this was the kids and everything on top here were hand cut out, which I guess is why they call it design with scissors. I tried to capture some of that where you could see some of the depth in there, that these images were actually sitting on top of the background, and then this was all very intricately cut out. So both of those prints together going to look great. Really, really cute to put those two together in the room that they're going to go in. And up next, another painting, wall art that I sold on Poshmark. This one I didn't realize I didn't quite get my camera as straight as I would like, but this one had a very folk art kind of feel to it, and it did have some condition issues on it, which I did take some close-up pictures of, but really just kind of add to the design of it. So I thought that was kind of neat, and it was obviously a custom frame for the artwork because it matched so well with the black and yellow. And oh, I think I forgot to mention, the bundle sold for $35, the 2 prints previously. This one sold for $20. And up next, these gravity weighted sleeping masks I received in my FabFitFun. I was excited because I do tend to sleep with a sleeping mask, but from feeling them, I knew that they were too heavily weighted for me. I would not enjoy how heavy they were. Something probably half as much weight would have worked for me. And so I had received 2 different them in 2 different FabFitFun boxes, and so I sold them as a pair for $30. And the last item I sold for Poshmark was this New Tags J. Crew bikini bottoms. Really cute, and as we're getting closer to summer now, people are definitely looking. Hopefully she has her own pool that she can go and use these in and enjoy them, but they did sell for $18. And so that's it for Poshmark, and all of these items for Poshmark, except for the sleeping mask, I did pick up at Goodwill. And these, I'm trying to think, for Thredup, I believe these I received from someone to go ahead and sell. I do kind of pick up some items at no cost or low cost to me from other people, which I know a lot of people are doing now. They're kind of sourcing from their neighbors, sourcing from friends who have items that they're going to give to Goodwill anyway. And so I kind of get first pick at them, and some of them end up being great. So first up for Thredup was this Ralph Lauren. This was actually a cardigan, even though it kind of looks like a jacket. It definitely was a cardigan material. One of the things I always like and look for when I send things to Thredup is trying to get this mark in here that this is in excellent condition and might be mistaken for brand new. They do have another one that says minor fading, and so I definitely try to send things to them that are going to fall into either of those categories if they're not something that's new with tags, because definitely people are looking because they're spending a little more money on Thredup than they would be on eBay or Poshmark for items. So I definitely try to send the highest quality that I can so that they do sell for as much money as possible. And so my share that I got on this one, where did it go? Here we go, is $23.53 is what I received on this, which I believe is very comparable, less taxes and fees of what I would have gotten on eBay or Poshmark. I just don't have to do any of the photographing. I don't have to list it. I don't have to store it. I don't have to send it out. So it does kind of give me, I think, an advantage of sending items like this to Thredup. The next item I sold are these Nike track pants. They sold for $33.99. They, again, were in excellent condition. My cut on this was $5.99, which is a little lower than I would have liked to have gotten, but again, these were used, gently used. But still they were used. They weren't brand new. And so I was happy, again, because I didn't have to put any work into it to get the $5.99. And these Democracy jeans, my portion of this also was $6. These sold for $29.99, and these sold in a goodie box. So I do sell a lot of items to the goodie box, and so I get paid on those a lot faster than I do when they're shipped to customers. Difference being I get paid probably 2 weeks earlier now that they've extended the deadline on Thredup. Hopefully more items will go to goodie boxes. But this again was a very nice pair of jeans. And so again, my portion of that was $6 on those. And so my totals for the week, this is a 7-day period. I sold 16 items total. My total sales were $245.76. My fees were $46.26, cost of goods $40.50, and so my total profit for the 16 items was $167.02. And if I kind of average that to daily sales, it came out to $15.36 a day of what I was selling. Not a lot, but I am very thankful for every sale I get during this time period while people are shut in and things are kind of uncertain. I do notice, and hopefully anyone else is noticing also, that people are looking at Poshmark and eBay, and I do get a lot of likes. A lot of people on eBay are watching. I do send out offers but don't get any takers because I think people are doing a lot of watching and watching and watching and flagging so that when things get a little more back to normal, that they do have those items flagged that they are interested in, and hopefully then we'll have a big boom and people will go back and to the items that they flagged and purchase them. And so hopefully everyone is staying safe. I wish you all well and hope your sales are going all right. If you have any questions or would like to leave a comment, please feel free to. Appreciate it if you could like this video on your way out and consider subscribing to my channel, as I will have more What Sold videos And definitely I'll be having another document of my Thredup selling journey, as my first bag is coming to its 60-day end, and so I'm going to be doing another 1 or 2 updates videos on Thredup specifically. So feel free to come back for that, and thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.